Today we're gonna cook sweet potatoes. And I love sweet potatoes in all different ways, but today we're gonna make a spicy wedge sweet potato. So it's potatoes cut into wedges, and we're gonna make these sweet potatoes very spicy. So come on to my kitchen and let's get started. Okay, this is the way the wedges look, and we're going to get started with the rest of the process and our other ingredients. Okay, we have our coriander toasted right here in this mortar and pestle. And I'm going to put some, about a tablespoon of sea salt in here, a kosher sea salt. And then we're going to crush these and grind them down real fine. We're going to crush these coriander into fine powder with our mortar and pestle. Now when I was growing up, we used to have to dig sweet potatoes, so I would go out in the field, my dad would plow them up, and then we had to go along and dig in the dirt and get the rest of them up into the buckets and everything, and then we'd store them in an old crib and go out and eat them, or go out and get them and cook them and then eat them when we wanted some sweet potatoes. But we used to dig them. We'd have long rows, be some long rows of sweet potatoes to dig. It was a dirty job for sure. All right, we have crushed this right now, okay? So our next thing we're gonna do, and what we're gonna do is get a bag. I'm gonna get a big plastic bag, and I'm going to put the potatoes in there, and then we're going to add this mixture. We're going to add a tablespoon of oregano. We're going to add a tablespoon of smoked paprika, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So anyway, let me get all that together, and I'll show you how that looks. Okay. I got everything already in the potatoes in a bag, and what I'm doing is I'm pour all this seasoning in here. I mixed it all in this little, in this mortar and pestle. I put all the seasoning in there. Then I'm going to spray with olive oil. I mean, you can pour the olive oil in there if you like. I try to use as little as possible. So we're going to spray in there, and then I'm going to seal it for a minute, and then we're going to mesh it all around, and we're going to pour it out on our cooking sheet. So this works really good when you got anything you want to cover really well. You just shake it around and put it in a bag like this. Everything covers really well. Looks like it's really covered well. I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil. Everything seems to be coated well, but let's do it again. Shake all this around. And there we go. Alrighty. So I'm going to pour it out on my cookie sheet. Move this over here, you can see. Pour it out on my cookie sheet here. Yeah, I think I got enough. I've got another one for this one, so spread it out. And you can see I've got big chunks. I'm going to spread it out and see how well coated. They're all very well coated. And something I'm going to do too is because I like it a little spicier, I'm going to put a pinch of Cajun seasoning on top. And that's a pinch of Cajun seasoning, so a little bit of Cajun seasoning on top of my potatoes, and it gives them a wonderful flavor. So next we're going to bake them in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes, but halfway in between, so in about 15 minutes, you probably want to flip them over. And you can cook them a little longer if you want a little crisper. I kind of like mine a little bit softer. That's enough Cajun seasoning. And so that is it. And we're going to bake these, and we'll be back when they're finished. The sweet potatoes are ready, and they look phenomenal. I will tell you, if you want to cut down a little bit on the heat, you can. You can actually You can actually just cut down on the cayenne pepper or the Cajun seasoning if you don't like it as spicy. I do like spicy food, so I love them a little bit spicier. So I'm putting like a teaspoon, you can put a half teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and they're gonna be delicious. I'm telling you, this is a great, great dish, and I hope you enjoy it.